How's it going, everyone? It's your boy Rainbow Star coming at you another Dokkan Battle video, and today we got all of the information regarding the new cards that are going to be coming to Dokkan. We have this new Piccolo that fuses with Kami using an active skill. Then we have a new LR Cell. We have a TUR Nail, who seems to be very good. We have a few awakenings, possibly a new free-to-play LR, but we'll get to that in a second. So, just to start off, so this is Piccolo, fusion of God and the Demon King Piccolo. So his name's Piccolo. You can't use any other Piccolo on the team. I'm not surprised by this at all, but it is a disappointment. But it's what it is. So he gives the Namekian category Ki plus 4 and HP attack and defense up 170%. So he's going to be supering like it's nothing. He's going to start off with 8 Ki, which is awesome. And basically, there's maybe one, two, like probably 2 or 3 other Namekians you're going to want to run on his team. That's about it. But we do finally have a leader for the Namekian team, and they're finally giving Piccolo the respect he deserves because this card is incredible. Then he also gives the Rivals category Ki plus 3, HP attack and defense up 150, which is also very solid. We'll take a look at the Rivals category in a little bit after we go over this card. So his passive skill is attack and defense plus 100%. That's solid to start off with, obviously. He is a transforming unit, so this is just his base. He recovers 7% HP when your HP is 77% or below, which is pretty solid. So on Super Battle Road or anything like that, basically after every turn he shows up, you're going to be under 77%, so he is going to be healing you, which is very good. And this is awesome right here. Foresees enemies' super attacks. That's crazy. There's only one other card in the game that does that, and that's the free-to-play Jace card from the Ginyu Force team. He's the only other card that does that. But now we have a very strong Dokkan Fest exclusive TUR that also does that. So this guy is going to be incredible. Like, even if he wasn't good anyway, like even if he didn't have the attack and defense, even if he didn't heal, foreseeing enemy super attacks is a very big deal, especially for things like Super Battle Road or for the Legendary Goku event, so that you can set up your rotations correctly. If you can set up your rotations correctly and you can see where they're going to super attack, you can know, oh, I might have to take a couple more hits with this guy, but I know that I can put my tank in this slot so that I'm not taking as much damage. So this guy's going to be very important for any no item runs that you're going to try to do on Super Battle Road. Super Physical just got 10 times easier with this guy. So, and remember, this is just at his unawakened form. So to use his active skill, he fuses with Kami with it. It's a very good looking active skill. All of his attacks look very good. It can be activated at the start of the 4th turn, so similar to Dragon Ball Super Broly and the LR Broly. So at the 4th turn, so you're going to be able to see it almost every fight, and then you have to be above 70% HP, which is pretty easy to be able to deal with, because it's when you have to be below a certain threshold where it becomes difficult. Being above a certain threshold is very easy, because you can always just like heal the turn before or something like that, or this guy's going to be healing you anyway, and you're going to have 2 of him on his own team. And then there has to be another Namekian category ally on the team. That might be the only bad thing, so because you can't run him on other teams, but the thing is, he's the leader. Like, you can only run him on his own team. So you run this guy, and then you run the new Nail, or you run the Demon King Piccolo that came out with Kid Goku, or something like that. You'll be fine. Those are very strong units, so you'll definitely be fine with that. His links are Z Fighters, Experienced Fighters, Namekians, Brainiacs, Shocking Speed, Cold Judgment, and Fierce Battle. That's the thing. So, Experienced Fighters is a very good link. Shocking Speed is a solid link, and so is Fierce Battle. But you're not really going to get Z Fighters. Namekians you can get on his team because he is the Namekians. Brainiacs I do believe you could be able to get on this team. Cold Judgment doesn't really matter all too much, but I believe the Nail does have Cold Judgment, so if you guys want to run them as a rotation, they would be very, very strong. But as we'll see on the Rivals, um, what is it called? On the Rivals category, there's not a lot of shocking speed, so his 4 key on his leader skill is going to be very important for him because that way he only needs 4 key and he might not be able to get shocking speed very often, which does hurt him a little bit. But and I forgot to say, his super attack raises defense and causes immense damage. That's a constant stack. As you can see down here, it raises attack by 30% for 99 turns. So that's a consistent Kaioken mechanic stack. So it just keeps going and going. And so he's always going to be a better defensive unit um, as the fight goes on. So he only has the Namekians and rival category, which is kind of expected, but I do think that they're gonna start giving Piccolo a few more categories for him because they gave him the rivals category simply because he needed another category. His stats are very good. He has over 19,000 HP, just over 16,000 attack, and almost 11,000 defense. All very solid. This stat right here, the 19,000 HP, is the highest HP stat of any TUR in the game, and is actually higher than who was it? Than Prime Battle LR Vegeta. Just so you guys know, like he technically, if you want to say, he technically has like LR HP, like free to play LR HP, which is crazy for a Dokkan Fest exclusive. So when he fuses, his art obviously becomes crazy good. Um, Leader skill stays the same. His um, what is it called? His super attack greatly raises attack for 1 turn, causes immense damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. So this guy has so many uses that so the legendary Goku event, you want to run him there, just don't transform him and he'll constantly stack his defense and he'll tank completely by the Int UI Goku because him being physical helps him in that event. Or but on like something like Super Battle Road or something like that, right when you can get the transformation, you do it because he hits a lot harder with the greatly raising attack and causes immense damage, but then he has a high chance to stun the enemy, which is a 50% chance to stun. Well, actually, it's right here. The 50% chance to stun. This guy has so like the the fact that they basically gave us 2 Piccolo cards in one, where they have completely different uses. One's more defensive and one's more offensive with a little bit of defense with him. But then also, this guy is still crazy good defensively, which is crazy. So he goes up from 100% to 120% attack and defense. He reduces damage received by 40%. So that's what AGL Zamasu does, but the difference is this guy has defense too, which is crazy good. So he's not going to be taking any damage once you transform him. He raises chance to perform a critical hit up to 40%. The more HP, the greater the chance. So if you're at max HP, he gives himself a 40% chance to crit. So I would say this guy, you build him with full additional. You give this man 20 additional, and you're going to be good to go. Because you transform him, he'll have another. If he doesn't get the stun the first time, he can get it the second time possibly. And in his first form, he's stacking his defense. So you get an additional stack on that defense, and it's gonna jump him up to even crazier levels defensively than he already is. Then he also recovers 10% HP when your HP is 77% or below, which is even better, and still foresees enemy super attacks. They went, they full sent this guy. This guy is crazy good. His only drawback is being on only his own team and only having shocking speed. Those are his only drawbacks. Shocking speed isn't gonna really hurt him because he already starts out with 8 key, but it might hurt the rest of the team a little bit. But if you want to run this guy as a floater, which I think might be a really good idea, like you could easily run this guy on a rotation with Nail or another Namekian that's really good, or you could run rotations of other strong units and have this guy floating because he does have some support where he heals you 10% and foresees super attacks, and then with that chance to stun. You could easily just run this guy as a floater, and he's going to be incredible in that slot. So, actually, in order to go over his teams a little bit, so we know the Namekian team, it's not the strongest. Piccolo is easily the best unit on this category. It's not even close. They, what is it? The Dokkan Wiki doesn't have the Nail yet, because the Nail is Super AGL. He's not on the category yet, but we can look at his info on Koresh's Twitter in a little bit. So the Demon King Piccolo is a very, very strong unit, so you can run him on here. 100% defense, 3 key, and a 200% attack for 5 turns from the start of turn. 2 key and 120% starting from the 6th turn of battle. This guy is very good. He's definitely solid unit to be able to run on this team. He's going to run very well. His only problem is his links. I don't think the only link he shares with Piccolo is Fierce Battle, so this guy, actually, never mind. I don't think he would really be the best to be running here because he really has links for the Dragon Ball Saga team, not for this team. Like, he doesn't even have Namekian, which is stupid. Like, how do you not have Namekian on this team? But you could run him. Slug might actually be a good option. Let's see. He does have Namekians, but I don't think he has anything else with the Piccolo. That's the weird thing. Like, Piccolo and Nail are the only they're all good Namekians, but the strongest cards on the Namekian team are more what is it called? Are extreme cards. Like over here, LR Piccolo you can't run. This Piccolo you can't run. This Piccolo you can't, like, basically this side besides Kami you can't run on the team. So you're only running these guys. And that's not really the best for the team, but having the Nail here will help. And this is the Rivals team. So he's the leader. You have so the Rivals team is considered rivals to Goku. So obviously the only extreme cards here are Majin Vegetas. You got LR. I feel like all of the World Tournament LRs are gonna be on this category. You have LR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, who's easily the best unit on the team, so you're gonna want to run him. But that's the thing; he doesn't have shocking speed with Piccolo, so it does hurt. But you got people like Evolution Blue Vegeta, who you could run these two together, and they should work very, very well. You have this Vegeta, who's very good. You can run him as a floater or support, very, very good. Who else do we got here? This blue Vegeta could be getting an easy A. Well, will be getting an easy A soon, so you can run him. You got Tech Beerus, who actually does have shocking speed. So if you wanted to, you might be able to run a rotation of Beerus and Piccolo, because they have shocking speed. They have fierce battle. Does he have prodigies? He doesn't have prodigies. That's kind of iffy, but still. Like, you could run a rotation of these guys simply because they have shocking speed and fierce battle together. Like, that wouldn't be a bad rotation because Beerus hits like a truck anyway. And they'll be very defensive as well because Beerus gets his an extra defensive buff. No, he has a solid defensive buff. You got this stunning Vegeta, who's very good. The coat Vegeta for free to play players, he's very very solid. You have Super Vegeta, the intelligence one, who's very good. So is this basically going to be a Vegeta team with Piccolos on it? Is basically how you're going to run this because with actually 17 as well, you're definitely going to want to run MVP 17. That 3 key, the extra defense to allies and everything. This guy's going to be incredible on this team. Um, LR Maja Vegeta, I don't. That's the thing. I would run him simply because I love his card, but the thing is, he has Over in a Flash and Shattering the Limit as key links. So that's the thing. You don't have a lot of Shattering the Limit units here. A lot of them are Fierce Battle, but you could run them if you wanted to, I guess. Nothing really big down there. Like this team, I do definitely see it getting some upgrades because like it's a Goku's rivals. Every Vegeta is gonna end up in this category, so that's definitely very very good for because it's constantly gonna be getting buffs. It looks like all the Beeruses are gonna be well besides Beerus and Whis because that's Whis and Whis isn't really a rival to Goku, but Beeruses are gonna be on this team, which I do expect us to be getting more Beeruses eventually. Um, who else? Who else is like big contributors to this team? There's a lot of Yamchas. Um, PyCon. Oh, PyCon finally has a category. Holy, they actually did it. PyCon actually has a category now. Congrats, my dude. They finally did it. They finally gave my green boy a category. My brother was actually making a joke that they should just throw him on the Namekian category because basically the green boys category. Oh man. But yeah, it's basically a Vegeta's like Vegeta with this Piccolo and 17. That's basically what it is. So let's actually go over to Koresh's page because he does have the translations for the new LR Cell, this new TUR Nail, the awakening for this Icarus Gohan, and this new free-to-play Vegeta who might be the next LR. So we'll look at that at the end. So Cell, this is his card art. This might be my favorite card art in the game. The look of this is absolutely incredible. I don't think there's another card that looks anything like this. It looks so good. So, but it's really odd. He's an LR. This is his HP with no orbs. Like, he's going to get 5,000 approximately off of orbs. So he's going to have 23,000 HP and then 16,000 attack and 16,000 defense, which isn't bad, but that HP number is crazy. So his leader skill is Artificial Life Forms category key +3 and 100% to stats, which is solid. He's the second Artificial Life Forms category leader. It's gonna be him and LR Baby. His 12 key does colossal damage and recovers 15% HP, which is very very good. And then his 18 key does mega colossal damage and lowers attack and defense, which is also very good. So it's another one of those things where you could pick what you want basically. Do you need more HP or do you want to lower the enemy's attack and defense? Either one. Then his passive is attack and defense up 20,000. Then he gets one key whenever a super attack is launched, max of 6. So I guess after every super attack, he's getting an extra key, which will definitely help him. It's the same way that LR Kalen Khalifa and LR Gohan, and LR Gohan and Goten build up their key every time they attack, but this guy needs the super attack, which shouldn't be too bad. Um, and when his key is 18 or more, well, basically when you're launching a ultra super attack, he gets an additional 20,000 attack, which is good, and perform a guaranteed crit if the enemy has the attack lowered or the attack down status. I actually forgot to pull this up. No, I do have it pulled up. I'm just saying, running baby with this running this guy with baby is going to be crazy because baby lowers attack on both of his super attacks. So you run this guy in the second slot. You let baby attack first, tank all the attacks because his defense is going to be better. He's going to lower the enemy's attack. So then this guy gets his attack off if you get and he gets a guaranteed crit. That rotation is going to be absolutely disgusting. It's going to be so good. And the thing is that rotation, they only share Shattering the Limit and Legendary Power, I believe. Actually, that was over here. Yeah, Shattering the Limit and Legendary Power. That's the thing. That's all they need. This team, like say you have LR Baby and you're running this team. They start off with 4 key. They start off with 4 key, so that's 8 key at the start of rotation, plus Shattering the Limit, that's 10 key. And there's so many good um, support units that you can run on this team where so they'll give attack and defense, they'll give more key. You're not going to be struggling for key on this rotation. So for this rotation, say you had because he also gives 100% to 4 key and 100% to extreme AGL. Let's say you have a rotation of LR Baby, the new LR Cell, and Turles on rotation. That's so everybody starts off with 8 key, then Baby and Cell are going to share Shattering the Limit, which is going to give them 10 key. Then Turles is going to give them both 3 key, so that's going to put them at 13. And then Baby, already dependent not dependent on who you're fighting, automatically gives himself 3 key. So Baby's going to be at 14 key in the first slot. So he's only going to need he's only going to need 4 key to get an ultra super attack, and he doesn't even need to because he gets lowering attack on both of his super attacks. Cell is going to be at 13 key, so he'll only need 5, which isn't bad. You can very easily get that. But the thing is, as long as Baby super attacks, which is automatic on his own team, and he lowers the enemy's defense and attack, Cell's going to get a guaranteed crit. Cell is going to be absolutely insane on this team. He's also on androids, artificial life forms, transformation boosts, and time travelers. I do believe Android 17 lowers attack on his super attack. Let me actually check. Yeah, he lowers attack and defense. So if you want to run 17 on rotation with Cell 2, you can do that. Like, this Cell is incredible. I think he's easily the best of the Prime Battle LRs. I'm grinding this dude out so fast on global whenever he comes. This guy is incredible. His card art's insane. His super attacks look amazing. This recording's going pretty long because of how much there is to talk about these guys. So we also have a new Nail. Finally, we have a TUR Nail who's very, very good as well. His card art isn't bad. It's not much you can really do with Nail, I don't think. But he does have a Namekian leader skill for 3 key and 150 to stats, which is very, very good. Then his super attack causes supreme damage to enemy and raises attack and defense. I do believe that's a Kaioken stack. So he's constantly raising his attack and defense. He's constantly getting better. That's why they decided to give him a supreme, I believe. His passive skill is 100% to attack and defense. Perfect. If there's a Piccolo unit on your team, attack and defense up another 100%, and gain damage reduction based on the amount of HP remaining. So, as I was saying, no matter what Namekian team you run, you're gonna have a Piccolo on it. You run these two as a rotation. You have Piccolo. Once he transforms, 120% attack and defense, damage reduction. You know when the opponent's going to super attack. He's healing. And then this guy, because Piccolo is the leader of the team, and then you also, there's so many Piccolos in the game, you kind of have to run one on the team. This guy's going to have 200% attack and defense, on top of damage reduction between 10 and 77%. The less your HP is, the greater the boost. For Piccolo, it's the more you have, I believe. And if there's a Wicked Bloodline category enemy, perform an additional super attack and perform a crit. So you fight a Frieza or a Cooler or a King Cold, this guy is absolutely dominating. With 200% attack and defense, damage reduction, a guaranteed additional super attack, and guaranteed double crits. Excuse me? Like, I understand that's only against Wicked Bloodline, but I think everybody expects the Legendary Goku event that we're going to get a Vegeta version, we're going to get a Frieza version, we're going to get a Cell version. Once there's a Frieza version, this guy is going to be absolutely top tier for that. He's going to destroy it. And people love Frieza, people love Cooler. We're always going to be getting more cards for them, so he's going to dominate whatever event that they're in. It's crazy. What you bring this guy into the super class, super battle road, and there's a Frieza in the first fight. You leave the Frieza there, you kill everybody else. This guy's gonna be destroying them. He's gonna be soloing that first fight. It's crazy. This guy's insane. Then he has Namekian's Cold Judgment, Hero, Supreme Warrior, Experienced Fighters, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. So him with Piccolo, they share experienced fighters 10%. They recover 10%, 5% HP, but you need to remember with these healing links, both units activate it. So they heal you 10% at the start of the turn. Then they also have Shocking Speed, they also have Cold Judgment, and they also have Fierce Battle. Like, excuse me? That's crazy good. That is crazy good. They're giving each other 25% attack. They're healing 10%. They're giving each other 20% defense and 2 key. That rotation is gonna be one of the strongest defensive and offensive rotations in the game, I think. I'm so happy they decided, because these aren't hyped characters really. Like, this isn't a Kaioken Blue Goku. This isn't Super Vegeta or anything like that. They need to do this. Whenever there's a character that isn't as hyped, they're not a Saiyan, they're not a main villain, they need to make these cards broken. And they made these cards broken. Broken beyond belief. In this guy, you can also run in the Planet Namek Saga with the EZA Piccolo if you wanted to as well. So it's even better. I actually haven't looked at the info for either of these guys, so this is going to be a first reaction for me. So we got Icarus and Gohan together. So I believe these guys were just like AGO Whis, where you drop below a certain threshold, they heal you up, and that's basically all they do. So let's see what we got now. So we got Tech and Physical, Key 3, HP attack and defense up 70%. That's not bad. The Masenko causes supreme damage with a medium chance to stun, which is pretty solid. That's 25 to 30%. Passive skills, Pure Friendship, Key plus 1 HP and Key plus 1 attack and defense up 120%. That's pretty solid. Low chance to evade enemies' attacks. So what is that? Probably like 10% or something like that. Key plus 3 and attack plus 30%. High chance to evade enemies' attacks as the first attacker in the turn. Oh. Well, that's the... I don't like that. Because the thing is, okay, so in the first slot, he'll get 4 key, 150% attack and 120% defense, and a medium chance to evade enemies' attacks. But the thing is, that first attacker in the turn thing, that only happens after they attack. So if you're getting attacked before you get to attack, he's not going to be able to evade those attacks. But he will be able to tank them fairly well, I guess, with that 120. Um, Ki plus 1 and attack plus 10% as the second attacker in the turn. Interesting. So that's not too bad, I don't think. That's not too bad. And then attack plus. Wait, an attack plus 200% perform a critical hit and fully recover HP when HP falls 30% or below only once. That's pretty solid. That's really, really good, actually. So this guy's interesting. So in the first slot, he gets 4 key, 150, 120 with a 50% chance to dodge after he attacks. In the second slot, he gets 2 key, 130 and 120% defense with a 25% chance to dodge. And then in the last slot, he gets just the 1 key, 120 and like that 10% chance to dodge. So the thing is, you're not going to want to run this guy as a main rotation unit, so he's mainly going to be in that last slot. So you're not really going to be using either like the big parts of his passive. But that him having 320% attack and a full healing and a guaranteed crit when your HP falls below 30 could be very helpful for like super tech, super battle road. Like the super battle road for any of these could probably use this guy. He has Saiyan lineage, Berserker, Demon, the Innocence, Gaze of Respect, Shocking Speed, and Fierce Battle. So it's not bad, I guess. Like this guy's definitely very interesting. I would love to see some gameplay with this guy. And then this Vegeta. So this is his card art. So this is the guy people believe to be the next LR. So because this is Vegeta coming out of the Room of Spirit and Time. So his leader skill is Vegeta's family Ki plus 1 HP attack and defense of 130. He causes extreme damage to enemy and raises his own attack. He gets 60% attack and defense at the start of turn. He has Saiyan Warrior Race, Saiyan Lineage, Prodigies. No, sorry. Saiyan Warrior Race, Royal Lineage, Prodigies, Saiyan Lineage, Saiyan Pride, Prepared for Battle, and Vegeta's family. You guys see here, there's no Pure Saiyan. It's just a Vegeta card. So, and with LRs, they always, or with cards that awaken, if you're not on the category in your LR state, you're not going to be on the category in your SSR or TUR states. Like, you know, from the story event that's on Global right now, the Vegeta that you can farm that turns into Baby Vegeta, he's not on Pure Saiyans because because he becomes Baby Vegeta eventually as you awaken him. So he's not on it. So this Vegeta, I expect to turn into a a Super Saiyan Vegeta and Trunks LR because he does have Vegeta's family, but he doesn't have Pure Saiyans. So it's not just going to be him. I expect it to be Vegeta and Trunks. I'm not sure if it's going to be Super Vegeta and Ultra Trunks. Maybe that's possible. Maybe they give this guy like a active skill where they both transform or something like that. But I'm actually pretty. But people expect this to be like a Goku and Arale type of LR, where they give us the first one during one story event, then they'll awaken him in the next story event, and then they'll awaken him to LR in the next story event. Because this guy's terrible right now. Like, most free-to-play units that they've been putting out recently have been crazy. This guy sucks. Extreme damage, only 60% to stats. He doesn't do anything else. He does have Prepared for Battle, that's not bad. 1 key and 30% on his leader skill. Like, there's no way this guy, it does not become an LR. And even Koresh says right here, info for a new farmable Vegeta who gets his own orbs. So he is a free-to-play rainbow unit. This might be another Goku and Arale situation since he's very bad right now and has no Pure Saiyan category. So he's either an LR or he's gonna get like TUR'd one day or something like that. So yeah, I believe that is everything. This Piccolo is crazy good. This Piccolo is absolutely insane. just to say it again, 120 to attack and defense, 40% damage reduction, raises, he adds own crits on his passive, uh, depending on your HP. He recovers HP, and he also foresees enemy super attacks. This guy's insane. This guy's absolutely freaking crazy. But yeah, there it is, you guys. I don't know what his banner's gonna look like. I don't know who they're gonna put on it. Like they could put 17 on it because he's on there. They could put Evolution Blue Vegeta on there. Um, they're definitely not putting LR Vegeta on there. They could put this Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta on there possibly. They could put Tech Beerus. Um, I feel like this is gonna be one of those category banners where it's gonna be because it's gonna be the Piccolo, it's gonna be Nail, it's probably gonna be the Gohan. So it's probably gonna be these three, and then there's gonna be four other Dokkan Fest exclusive units, which I could definitely see it being Evolution Blue Vegeta, uh, 17, maybe one of these two guys, and then there could be like one or two just random units on here. Like they could put who hasn't been like around it a while. They could bring back like Tech Hit or something like that. They could bring back I don't know. That's interesting. But let me know what you guys think about this guy in the comments. I think this guy is going to be absolutely insane. This guy's crazy good. But there it is. That's the video, you guys. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. Until next time, deuces.